Hey, third grade. Did you miss me over the weekend? It's Miss Lamb. Ta-da! And I want to go over some of the things that we'll be doing this week. I've heard from a lot of you. I haven't heard from some of you. I want to try to set up like a video conferencing date for all of us so that I can see your faces. I saw Sharad's face yesterday and it made me, well, the top of Sharad's head because he sent me a picture. But it made me so happy, and so I really would love a chance to connect with all of you like on the same screen. So I'll be sending instructions on how to do an app. It's called Zoom, and so you can either do it on a laptop, you can do it on a phone, and actually Miss Cooper, Miss Sweet, Miss DeVitis, Miss Campbell, we all got together on this Zoom app, so I know it's pretty good. So this week for school, hopefully you've been going through your time assessment that was in your homework. You have a Unit 3 time assessment that looks like this that I sent home. And what this does is this is actually going to be your assessment when you get back. This is just kind of going through like a little practice thing. So you have time, like just where you have to show or state what time it is. You have charts that you're going to go through, and I know that we have worked on those. You've worked on those. You've worked on like picture graphs in previous years as well. There's going to be elapsed time on there, which there are a ton of YouTube videos. If you don't remember us doing that, there are a lot of different resources that I already did send home and that are on the internet for doing elapsed time. There's elapsed time on a number line. Again, there are more picture graphs. And so I really want you guys to take this whole week and do this over the week. Like I said, this is not something that's going to be graded, but when we go back to school, I will be giving you this same test. So I'd like you to practice some of those skills. I have been uploading different assignments on Freckle, on Class Hero, on Prodigy. So if you are, and I've noticed that some of you are still using those, I would love it if you would use those at home because those have practice problems on them for going through math, and especially it's the graphing and it's the measurement. There's also some liquid measurement on there, and I know we didn't really get into that as much as I wanted to before we had to leave, so please go ahead and review those things. Another thing that you have in your packet for this week is a Scholastic News. So when you go through Scholastic News, I would like you to use that pencil or a highlighter if you have it at home and highlight those main ideas, those details in each one of these articles, because then at the end there's a review section right here. So I know that those questions are multiple choice, but what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go through, make sure that you're just practicing those skills on citing evidence. That's going to be really important. Another thing, and guys, okay, I know you're tired of these. I know you are. I know it's difficult being at home. You don't have your desk. You don't have me in front of your face, kind of like motivating you, making sure that you're really working on this and doing your very, very best job. Trust me when I tell you that these skills practice tests are very important, and they really will help you and help kind of maintain what we've been doing in the classroom, okay? So there is informational text, which is, that's the hardest one because it's the most boring, really, I mean, let's be honest. But it is still important that we can cite evidence and we can see those details and pick out topics, and same thing with comparing and contrasting with paired text. This one's a little bit different because there are two very short ones. So one is about spiders, and then the next one is called Cute But Deadly. So it's about the dart frog. So you're going to be comparing spiders to dart frogs. And then, you know, having to obviously, of course, write about it. So there's that. And then after those two things, obviously I'm going to also be reading, after you voted, I am going to be reading James and the Giant Peach. So, and another reason that I wanted to do James and the Giant Peach, not only because we're doing an author study now, like on Roald Dahl, and he wrote this one as well as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but because we're coming back to school April 13th, I don't want to start Charlotte's Web without you. It's really important to me that we are doing that together, because I also have a chapter by chapter like assignment project that we'll be doing. But third grade M-Step prep. Now, this is something that especially kids who get done very quickly, and I know that there are some of you who do get done very quickly with your work, this will help keep you busy. And it's things that we have gone over already and things that we will be going over. So I want you to definitely be proactive in your learning. However, if you get to something like this, where it's circle all the shapes that are quadrilaterals, or things like working with area, and it's asking what the area of a figure is. If you know we have not worked on that in class yet, please do not work on it in your packet. I'm sure, being the smart third graders that you are, that you will be able to figure this out. But without that foundation of me explaining it to you, and without that guidance that I can give you, because I know how I'm supposed to teach it, you have very, very intelligent parents, and they, I'm sure, have been helping you with all of this stuff. But when it comes to things that I haven't taught you yet, I really would love it if you would skip those. Because when we do come back, that unit on quadrilaterals and shapes is happening right after our time unit. So I don't want you to start that yet, because we are still doing that time assessment when you get back. We're still doing this one. So I don't want you to get really into shapes and area and quadrilaterals, and because I want you to stay focused on time. Okay? So those are the things that we're doing for this week. I'd like you to kind of pace it out, and your families can help you with that too. Obviously, I'm available. If any questions that you have, I am here. You can dojo me, and then like I said, I think I'm going to send instructions on how to do a group video chat sometime today. I miss you. Kind of a lot. Like, you know I miss you when I see the top of Sharad's head and I get all excited. I'm like, oh, Sharad. Hi, Sharad. So, I miss all of you very much. So, I'm very proud of you for staying on top of this, and look forward to reading James and the Giant Peach. All right, my loves. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.